biomimetic solutions.
You're back. For now, or...?
Do I have a choice? I'm trying to keep us safe. Trying to keep my husband safe.
Maybe you should talk to him. Tell him what's on your mind. He seems so in love with you.
Jin's got so much love in him, it'd be selfish for me to hoard it all to myself. Only makes sense he'd want a family. Back on Earth, I grew up in a harsh place, shaped by people like Mercer. Always people like him. That look in my parents' eyes always stuck with me. A mix of warmth and fear of failing to protect the one thing that mattered the most. Hell, that animal you freed, it'll look after its own one day, and it'll know that pain.
I don't think it's thought that far. It's in its nature to produce offspring and protect its young. Like all parents, I guess.
Yeah, just dumb instinct and love. Jin can't imagine me failing. He loves me too much. And I don't know how to tell him I'm terrified. I should talk to him.
Alma? We never saw you like this.
I don't leave the link bed much these days. I've grown so used to being one of you.
You look different. But the same.
I'm the same. But you are changing, growing. Every time we meet, you look more Nafi. We heard from the Arahor. I never thought they would change their minds. And now, we are stronger than we ever were. That came from outside.
I wonder if the Arahor know how to use radios. I could show them.
Of course I remember
I like the
you.
modular design.
It's not every day I rescue an ace
tricky
pilot.
to tinker with.
Hey now, rescue is a strong word. I did help a little. But I've been thinking about what you said before. Finding my own unique way to help the Resistance. Well, I haven't found it yet. But I try my damnedest every day, and people seem to appreciate it. That's gotta count for something, right? You again, huh?
Their weavings are so beautiful. I'd like to see more of them.
What if they decide to just land one of those ISVs on us?
They'd be torching a lot of their
Hey
own
there.
stuff if they did.
Thanks. The animal you found, with no kuru. They're called ferals. RDA captured them, removed their kuru. It was unbelievably cruel.
Why would anyone do such an awful thing?
To control them. Didn't work, of course, just made them suffer. Made them impossible to tame. And I was a part of it. My greatest shame. Now they kill without reason. That's why I left the RDA. But I couldn't save them.
We have to put a stop to it. Give them a merciful death.
Yes. Do the right thing. In larger numbers, they'll wreck the ecosystem. Anka mentioned seeing some strange activity on one of her flights. Could be ferals. I will send you the coordinates. I am sorry it has come to this.
I'm still feeling that flight.
Anka's
What'll it be today? May as well look good out there.
I heard the...
Is that... You still have Mercer's walkie-talkie?
it doesn't work anymore. I just like having it, okay? Don't make a big deal out of it.
I'm not. I'm surprised. That's all.
I know things are different now, and I have to be tough. It's how I used to. We don't have to get rid of everything they gave us. Mercer wanted Navi and humans to work together. Cooperation is what makes for successful ventures. Only together will we build a better Pandora. You remember?
Mercer doesn't care about Pandora. Or us.
Well, we're working with the humans here anyway. Still cooperating for Pandora.
Took out one of those Hey, you see anything good out there? Let me know. I could do with a better rifle. Mine's falling apart.
Supplies seem low around here.
Things aren't so different here than in my hometown. You get up, you fight, you eat, if you're lucky. Then you lie down and you get ready to do it all over again. I figured at least with the RDA, the food would be good. It wasn't.
No wonder you left.
I saw what their soldiers do to people here. People like you. I told Jin, get your stuff, we're leaving.
He was happy to leave as well?
Jin would be happy anywhere. Give him a stove and some timber to whittle, and he'll die happy.
Ugh, food here sucks.
Here you go. Have a look. Take care of yourself.
Okay, fine. It was a stupid bet to make.
Mm-hmm. I reckon I've seen Danny pick off targets at twice that range. Pretty comfortably, too.
Which you could have told me before I lost all my candy bars.
Is this how you greet the Sarentu after all this time?
I had to see for myself. Not even a flinch, this one. Fearless like a Zeswa. Or perhaps just slow.
That depends on if I was the target.
My name is Nassim, Oloiktan of the Zeswa. And no warrior in Pandora can best our spears.
Then you have not seen us fight.
I heard you got those pompous weavers out of their tree. But the Sky People ravage our lands too.
We know them. All too well. I should get Alma.
Speak your own mind, Ritnella.
We have the same enemy. We must fight together. So our envoy will come to you. Just as our people once did.
My sister Minang hunts beneath the celebration arches, warrior. Fly the signal kite like our riders do, and she will answer your call.
Make sure you prepare before you go meet the Zeswatsahik. It is a long journey to the upper plains.
Gosh. Hey, what do you got for me?
A tablet I found, dropped by one of our people. Do you think you can fix it?
Ouch. Wish I could say yes. But what this tablet needs is a prayer, not a scientist. You said it belongs to someone in the Resistance?
Yeah. Human, based on the boot prints I found nearby, and female, judging from the audio recording I snagged from it. They made a point to record in privacy, away from HQ.
A human female. Well, that narrows it down. Good luck.
Any idea who might own that broken tablet?
They went out to record alone, so someone bold and proud. Maybe too proud for their own good, if they value privacy over personal safety.
Not how I would have done it, but...
Still flying resistance colors, I see.
Do you hesitate, envoy? Do not fear the grasslands. Our Tsahik will find you.
Running...
Hey, Priya, have you been out in the rainforest recently?
I wish. I have way too much work here.
So, no chance you might have dropped something out there?
Only way that'd happen is if I knocked something off my desk and it slid all the way out through the entrance to HQ.
Anka, have you been out in the rainforest recently?
Well, yeah. I'm a pilot. I go out all the time. Gotta keep an eye on those RDA patrols, you know?
Any chance you dropped a piece of gear or tech the last time you went out?
What? No way. The only way I could do that is if I'm literally dropping a tablet from the cockpit or something.
Representing the Resistance. Nice.
I heard the Arahor.
Think what we could do with one of them 3D printers.
But probably not all of them.
I mean, I'm not saying no to having some, but how...
So, I found this tablet out in the rainforest. You sure you didn't drop this?
Definitely not me. Sounds like that tablet has more of a social life than I do.
Why did you say tablet when I mentioned missing gear? I didn't say tablet.
Just the first thing that popped in my head. I don't know.
Were you thinking of this tablet?
Where in the hell did you get that?
An Arahor gatherer pointed me to where you dropped it.
What did you find on it?
I recovered some audio. Was that you?
Shit. We do not talk about this here. Follow me.
Too many people around here now.
So this Ardmore. Serious business, huh?
Hajir, how are you feeling?
Oh, good. Better. Embarrassed. Alma says I was on Ikran. Me, on Ikran, flying with a Na'vi. And I missed it. The whole thing.
Well, that was hardly your fault.
I'll never get a chance like that again in my entire life. and I was unconscious. Not to sound ungrateful, I always wanted to see an Ikran up close. It's why I joined the RDA. Wildlife Research. So-called research.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Of course. Close to home, actual home, I understand. Suffice to say, I did what I could for those poor research animals. In the end.
It's embarrassing. I went to that spot specifically so no one would have to be subjected to my nonsense. How much did you hear, anyway?
All of it. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, all of it. That's great. I know the wasps didn't take too kindly to my poem. Ugh, why did I go to that spot in the first place? Real rookie business. What was I thinking?
I guess you were thinking about love.
I'm not exactly the best when it comes to talking about these feelings or whatever. Just really wanted a place away from all the noise to digest all this. You know the saying, love makes dumbass people do dumbass things, right? A good nothing that all did. Even without the RDA and these fun, tense times we live in, do you know how hard it is to try to be romantic here? I can't pick flowers without half of them trying to kill me.
Maybe I can help.
No, look, I appreciate the gesture and all, but let's not. I tried to get all mushy and ended up kicking the hornet's nest. Or a literal wasp's nest. Hive, same thing. So forget it. I'll move on. I'm good at this sort of thing. Very cool gear. Raj make that?
I would love a walk through the forest.
What's faster, or my Samson?
A Thanator den? Well, a remote location, no pollution whatsoever. Of course it had to be potentially occupied by some dangerous wildlife. And I've sent you there without a heads up. Stupid. Almost got you killed.
And I've only got a few samples for you. Wish I could have gathered more.
Don't worry. If the samples are good enough, the data from them will still be sufficient. And now that we know that this is a dangerous territory, this knowledge will save lives. You know, people died exploring and studying Pandora. Some of them I knew very well. And they could have done so much more. I need to do better when considering the risks. People trust me when I send them out there. I must prove it's worth it. The samples you've collected will contribute into that.
examine how Home Tree is structured.
Must check Dr. August. Research on this.
Now listen, I've been thinking about this. You know what I could do without?
It's the giant insects, right? You're starting on those again?
Bingo.
Hey, buddy. You doing okay? Ruffling feathers? Making waves?
I don't think so.
I meant, never mind. I'm just talking. Stream of consciousness, right? Sometimes I just start talking and I keep going until someone shuts me up. Must be weird for you here. Out of that school place. Tap.
What did Alma tell you?
Not much, to be honest. And I've been here since the RDA's first go of it. Met Alma at Hell's Gate.
So she didn't tell anyone about us?
I mean, she didn't say much about what she'd been doing before the rebellion. I can see why. She was like, hey, want to save this world? Hell yeah. There was no changing the RDA from the inside. It's rotten to the core. Well, you know that. Then Jake Sully said we could stay here. If we helped.
And you started a new life.
It's been rough, no lie. There were more of us. Pandora's harsh. Unforgiving. Gorgeous, though. A real Medusa. We all have things to be ashamed of. To answer for. Penance, my dad would say.
Heard Jake was kicking ass again.
Well, you know he would be, being full-time Navi now, living that blue life.
That has to feel wild. Leaving the body you were born with for good? Swapping for a whole new one?
Oh, sweet gear.
You ever feel like we're kind of understaffed?
Just got to get those defector numbers up. Get the info into every bunk room on every day.
Easier said
Oh, you like that, don't you, Amai?
Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah, yeah! Yeah! There's a tower, some kind of pump, I think, and some tanks.
That's a pump jack, a test site or an extraction. When you're not quite committed to wholesale production yet.
How do you feel that test board?
Closing the valve on the tank will wreck the cooling system and give you the opening you need. That'll drop the radiation rate average.
Whoa!
I see. I'll make you bleed, Blue.
Whoa. Oh.
The older Zeswa traders mentioned something. A big competition of the past. Have you heard of it?
A long time ago, the clans used to gather on the plains for games of skill and strength. I have too heard them chat of their victories many times.
That explains the bragging. I would not mind measuring my skill with the champions.
Wahoo!
Someone's approaching.
I think he's
Another totem. The vantage point must be somewhere around here. I just need to pay attention. The totem is... It looks out towards the land, like... that tree. It's tall. Really tall. But the tree is... It doesn't tower over the land. Not imposing. Rather, it feels... What's the word? Vigilant. That's it. A protector. Sort of. Roots run deep. Solid. Wait 1 second. Thank you for these gifts. Okay, I think we can talk again. Roots run deep. Solid. Enriches the land. Yeah, I'd call that a protector. Nella, I found a couple more Sarentu totems.
Great. Did you feel anything being around them?
I think I did, but I'm not sure what it was. Something like... inspiration?
Inspiration?
I can't really say. It's like some random ideas running through my head. And I feel like I could put them to use somehow. Maybe craft something.
I love that you are inspired. You make me feel inspired too. And if you find more totems, please let me know.
Thank you for these gifts. Wahoo!
That girl will ruin us all. How does Sadnok always have a new anecdote to share every time I see him?
He is the cocoon that keeps on giving silk. What was it this time?
Just went on and on about Zaku Day, a wheel of rotten cheese he found in the dark bottom of a cave many years ago. He promised it was quite a delicacy.
Are you Nafi or beast? Either way, I mean you no harm. Tua is young. She is naive. She craves her mother.
Katna must learn to listen.
Katnat knows a war